I have my skin prepped, I really want to go into all of these really great tips for you today. So we're going to start off with our eye and lip primer, which is my first thing that I do. I really need to neutralize out my eye. I have had some allergies going on with this eye and my other eye, lots of puffiness, darkness that I can see. So I want to neutralize out my eyelid. I do my eyes first. So we're going to really talk about why your eyeshadow maybe is not working for you anymore. If you're over 40, 50, 60, 70s, 80s, 90s, this is really important to know and figure out what is going on. Because I know that you can be sitting in front of the mirror saying, what is happening? Like, I used to wear this all the time. Now it doesn't look good. So we're going to talk about that today. And I go from the base of my lashes all up to my brow bone, nice and neutralized out, blend it all in, and we move on. Sometimes I will take my remnants of my eye primer and just bring it down just a little bit, will not hurt. So now we have the eyes prepped. We're ready to go into our beautiful bronzy palette called Choices. So this is why I picked this palette, not only because I wanted to do a beautiful bronze palette and I'm deciding on what I want to wear. I have an event, so I'm practicing with you what I'm going to do with my outfit when it comes to this makeup, but you have a choice when it comes to your eyeshadow. You have a choice on what colors you wear, how you want to represent yourself in the world, how you want to show up for yourself in the world. So Choices is such a beautiful palette if you like a warm palette, and it's a sheen, which I love. All sheen palette, just beautiful. And wait until you see the lip color that I'm going to pair it with. Something different, something that you probably wouldn't expect. I like to do little unexpected twists. So I'm going to go in with the first color here, and I'm going to just take my eyeshadow brush. It is clean. I just couldn't get out the rest. I was using the wrong soap, but I have a 9 essential makeup brush kit that I made for you because these brushes will do the job. You don't have to have mine. You do need to have the right brushes because you don't have to work that hard. Brushes are key, but you don't need a million of them. So I'm going to go into the middle color here, and I'm going to place it in the middle of my eye. Ooh, does that not look so beautiful? So look how just nice and sheen. We have to bring this up closer because I cannot see. So we go to the inner corner and then we come out. Now I don't want to, you'll notice when I work with more pigmented colors or darker colors, I don't go all the way up to my crease because I want to blend it out and not have too much shadow creeping up and taking over like my whole eye. Definitely want it to be nice and blended and not too much. So I can go over if I feel like I have still a lot on my brush. Let me just bring the remnants over here, then dip back in and add so it's going to be even. This is really just nice and silky and smooth, so you can move this around. So again, don't be like, what are you doing? Like, that is way too much. It's not. I don't have any makeup on. Most people do makeup tutorials and they have a full face done and then they just do the eyes so it comes together easier. Mine doesn't. I do it the opposite way. So you have to just like work through the process. You have to be patient and trust the process, ladies. So you might be looking in the mirror and saying, I've worn this eyeshadow forever and it's just not working, or it's not looking good, or maybe it is time to switch it up. So you could be using the wrong colors, but you've thought you're using the right colors. Maybe that's it. Figure out what your tone of skin is and work off of that. Are you warm or are you cool? Do you love to wear blues like those navies I just recently did? Or do you like to do something that's more like taupes, or you want to do a completely matte palette and it's in the brown family? You really just need to figure out what is bothering you about your eyeshadow that's not working. I got to that place where I was like, why do I not love my eyeshadow? This is like 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And I was like, I've been using the same thing, I've been doing the same thing, it's been working for me, and now it's not working for me. So this could be one of the reasons why your eyeshadow is not working. You're using the wrong colors, the wrong formulation, or just overall the wrong palette. And it's a very easy switch up. So you don't have to worry that, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do now? You're going to switch it up. You have choices. So why don't we start experimenting with a different palette, like maybe something in the bronze family. So I'm taking my tapered blending brush and I don't have anything on it. I want to just blend it into this crease. So I'm taking the rest of the shadow that's on my eye and I'm going to blend it out so it doesn't look like it just stops. So this is the great part of just blending it in, working with the shadow, as you can see. See how it's just kind of diffusing up. There's just no demarcation. So I'm just going to keep working that in. I'll do the same thing on the other eye. So this is just one color, just blended into the eye. It's so pretty. You can do just one color. I'm going to go in with just another clean tapered blending brush into the lightest color here, just to do the brow bone. This is just going to pull it together and blend these two together, just like this. Very pretty, very easy. You know how I like to overlap the colors there so they don't look like they start and stop. They just blend and meld together really beautifully. Same eyeshadow or the same tapered blending brush. I'm going to go into the deepest color, and this is where I'm going to have a little fun. So you might not be using a contour color. Maybe that is something why or one of the reasons why your eyeshadow isn't working, because you're not creating that depth. So I've done a bunch of different techniques here. You want to concentrate on the triangle. So that's where you're really making this difference. You're bringing that where it's going to be darker, this little area here, and you're going to have that contour. So remember, with color theory, when you add something dark like I am here, the contour color, it's going to recede this area. So if I want to create depth and give that recession to my eye in this area here, I'm going to add the darker color. That's why we use the highlight color here on the brow bone. We want that to come out. We want that to be focused on. It wants to be a highlight point. So I'm bringing this dark color into the crease there. I will blend it again, but this is going to create that eye that's dimensional. It has the dark shadow going back, then it has just this beautiful shadow here. So you're giving that total look to the eye. So again, another reason why your eyeshadow might not be working is that you aren't taking advantage of 3 colors of eyeshadow. It's very easy to do, ladies, because you just move down the line. You just have the highlight color, you have your lid color, and you have your contour color. So it's very simple. You can just use 2 if you want to also, but that's going to at least give you something other than just using 1. So that could be another reason why your eyeshadow is not working. I'm trying to think about all of the issues that have come into the studio that I know of when I've been working with you and hearing what you're saying and then kind of troubleshooting the eyeshadow issue, because eyeshadow is the main feature, right? Like that's what you want really to pop, is your eyes to pop. My Almay pad, clean up just on the end there, because you know I don't like it falling down. I don't like it to be too like muddied up, because I really want to have a nice clean concealer, brightener, foundation right underneath my eye area. So that is what I'm doing right like that. That's why you see that on my Almay pad. Another reason why your eyeshadow might not be working for you is the brushes. So I mentioned those at the beginning. This tapered brush is tapered like a little pencil. So you can get in, it only picks up a certain amount of product, and you can get into this crease area and really deposit that color where you want it to be. Maybe you want to take it just right underneath the lash line, and you're easily able to do that because it's not a big fluffy brush. So if you were trying to create that contour with a fluffy brush and it's too big, guess what? You're going to have all of the shadow everywhere, and it's not going to look clean. It won't look crisp. You won't be able to manage utilizing the rest of the shadow underneath the eye area just to give that shadow underneath the lashes. So that's another really good technique, is to understand, okay, my brush is maybe not working for me. I might need to taper down and just have the eyeshadow brush, the tapered blending brush, and then we have a short smudge brush that I call my eraser brush. So if you feel that you don't put on your eyeliner correctly, or it's all over the place, or it's spotty, or it's jumping all over the lid, not a problem. You go back in and you smooth it all out. That's why I call it my eraser brush. It's so easy. So there's certain brushes that you need to be able to utilize, know how they pick up product and how they apply it to your face, because I'm telling you, ladies, once you find the brushes that work for you, it'll totally change your makeup game. Trust me on that. I'm just curling my lashes with a lash curler. This is going to open up my eyes and make them look beautiful. Going in with dark chocolate waterproof eyeliner, I'm going to make a little bit of a thicker line. I'm going to go in like I normally do in the lash line. I'm just right above the lashes, literally moving the lashes so they are going to be looking thicker. That is my whole objective. Make the lashes look thicker, make my eye line look thicker, but not overpower my eye with too thick of an eyeliner. As I've aged, my eyeliner has gotten thinner and thinner because I just felt like it was more appealing to my eye to not have such a thick line. So that is what I do. But today, because we're doing this beautiful smoky bronzy look, it's a little bit different for me because, you know, if you've read anything or seen comments on my channel here or read anything in magazines about gray hair and bronzes or yellows, I don't follow rules. I do what I think looks good. I love wearing bronze. Maybe it is a opposites attract maybe, but this is what I encourage you to do on my channel, is to always go with your gut. What makes you feel good, what makes you feel beautiful, you do it. You do what you do, not follow what a magazine says or somebody on YouTube or an Instagram, or you can't wear this, you can't do that, you can't wear this over 50. Okay. I just don't follow rules when it comes to beauty and fashion. I think you need to do what works for you. So another thing that might not be working with your eyeshadow is that it's too old. Maybe you've hit pan, maybe it's changed colors, maybe it's not applying like it should. And sometimes I think we don't set out to keep our makeup for a really long time. We just have it in our makeup kit. And then we realize, oh my gosh, I don't know how old this is. Or I think this looks a little bit different, or the color doesn't look the same. That could be another reason why your eyeshadow is not working for you. So I'm gonna just do the same liner on the other side, and then we'll smudge it up just a bit. So the eyeliner is on. I wanna smudge up just a little bit because I love that look. So I'm gonna just take my little eraser brush, my smudgy brush, and I literally don't even have to look. So this is something you can do if you really don't have great eyesight. You can just smudge it up, you know, when you're next to your lashes. So it'll just look beautiful, smoky, perfect, just like you applied it without having to do a little smudge action. Going in with some mascara, I'm going to be using the Chanel Noir. This is volumizing mascara. I'm going to just go right to the base of my lashes and pull up, front load, which means I'm going to the base, pulling up, and really getting, I'm gonna do about 2 coats. So I really want really a lot of lashes on this look. Lashes are done. You can do your bottom lashes if you want to. Now we go right into skin. I'm gonna take my Just Peachy and I'm going to swipe right underneath my eyes and create this nice brightness to my skin. I really want my eyes to pop since I'm using this just more of a golden color. So I want everything to be really nice and neutralized, not like it looks like right now. So I just like to keep it simple. I'll take my foundation buffing brush, I'll go right underneath my eyes, and I'm just going to get that brightness. If I need more, I can go back over and I can touch up with my eye brightener if I want to. It's a click up pen, it's a touch up veil, it's very light. Depending on, maybe in the inner corners, it might be still too dark. We want to really lighten up the eye area, but I love covering up my pigmentation. It makes me so happy. In the morning, I'm like, oh yes, I swipe on Just Peachy, brighten my skin, and then I put on my BB cream or foundation, and I am like, I can conquer the world. I'm going to put on a little No Redness. I feel that I have a little redness on my chin and right here at a blemish, so I want to cover that. I will blend it in the same way. I don't know if I see any more redness. This just right here. I felt like it's a little red for some reason. I don't know. I think it's definitely allergy season. Now I'm going to go in with adding the Light Wander. I haven't used this before. This is Charlotte Tilbury, your Light Dream Skin Foundation, Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum, SPF 15. It says, for light coverage and a flawless looking finish, blend a small amount all over the face. So we are going to do that, but I'm going to shake it first. I'm using 3 Fair. That's my color. I randomly chose it when I was at Sephora the other day. So let's see if it's going to work its magic. It's Light Wonder. Why do I say Wander? You know what? I get so confused. There's another company that's Wander or Wonder, and I call them the wrong. Ooh, look how beautiful. I call them the wrong name all the time. I'm always doing that. So anyway, let's see how this buffs into the skin. Feels light. It's light because you can see it's going down my hand there, which I like. You know I love serum foundations. It's looking beautiful. I got to see if it's buildable. So we'll put on one layer here, and then we'll go back over and see. But it definitely feels silky. It does. It feels silky. Feels very smooth. We have a nice luminosity to the skin. We can see that. I'm thinking the way it feels, I don't feel like I can build on this. So it's going to be just as one layer because it's a slip, and I don't feel that it's going to be able to be built upon. But that's okay. I think it looks really pretty. If you're looking for a lightweight foundation, has a little SPF, pretty. And then we're going to go right in with putting on some powder. This doesn't add any weight to the face, so that's really nice. So you're not going to be looking powdery. It's triple milled. It's going to be nice, nice dusting to kind of control any oil, or maybe you want to just really set underneath the eyes and be able to just get out the door. Skin is looking gorgeous. Now we're going to go into brows. I'm going to do just a little taupe skinny brow. I'm going to just fill in any little tiny spots that I might see. And, you know, with this bronze look, you know, I've been thinking about getting into some self-tanner. So if you know a good self-tanner that works, like you've used it and you're like, yes, this is amazing, please tell me below, because, you know, I'm very fair and this could be a real disaster. The last time I did this, I was doing a photo shoot, and the photo shoot came out amazing. But if you look at my feet, I was wearing these leopard heels. It's so funny. And you can see the tops of my feet have look like you splattered an egg, but with tanner. And I was like, oh no. I was like, I definitely missed that. So it was like the whole shoot, I was trying to kind of not show my feet, but which was impossible. So, and forget about trying to Photoshop your foot like that. It was just crazy. So anyway, I'm thinking that maybe I'll experiment into getting some golden bronze look. Why not? I think that would be kind of fun, different. I want to hear who has tried the best self-tanner below, because you know I'm going to try it. And you, and I don't even want to think about doing the wrong thing, because I know it takes a while for it to fade away. So we have brows on, perfect, going into our Hourglass bronzing palette that I bought recently at Sephora. This is beautiful. It's really, really pretty. I have to be careful though, because I want to put too much. I want to put a ton on, and I know I'm going to put too much. I'm just going in with this one first. I think this is the easiest one to get away with. The other two I could probably use on my body, like if I was going to go down on my neck and décolleté area. I think it's a little too dark right now for the fact that we're coming out of, I'm never in the sun, so I don't even know why I would say that. I'm in South Florida, but I'm never in the sun. So I'm never that tan girl, ever. So I'm gonna just bronze up on the side. You can see how beautiful it just goes on. This is called ambient light, so that's what it's like. It's just giving me that beautiful, just that depth to my face right in this area. Now, again, always if you feel like you go too much, take your powder brush and just blend it out. I just want you to feel like you don't have to, oh, I did it with the angled blush brush and I feel like it's too much, but I don't know can I touch it? Can I take another brush and just go over it? Absolutely. I want you to really figure out what works for you if you're getting back in the makeup game, and not be intimidated. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or it's too much, or it's too little. Don't worry. Just keep going and keep experimenting with your makeup and having fun, trying new colors, and taking the tips for why your eyeshadow might not be working for you. Try something different. Maybe you wouldn't try a golden palette because you've been told, oh, you're cool, you can't wear golden. Do it. And if you hate it, then you know you're not going to wear it. I'm going to go in with my Palm Beach cream blush. Cream blush is so beautiful on mature skin. It is like melting into your skin. It is going to melt back with my bronzer. And you know what? I don't mind having more on right away because it's going to heat up with my body, my skin, and then it's just gonna look very, very natural. Like it's my own flushing cheeks. You can hear the little Frenchie. She's right next to my feet. She wants me to hold her. And I tell her, doing makeup tutorials, you cannot be held. My Frenchies are very high maintenance right now. One has a cone on her face, or on her head. She scratched her cornea. So that was this morning. I found out, I thought she just had a little eye infection, and no. So luckily I went today, this morning, and they put it right on right away. Drops, drops, drops in her eyes for a week, going back in a week. I tell you, ladies, these Frenchies are so sensitive about everything. This is the first time though. Francesca's 8 and she's never had a problem like this ever. So I don't know what happened, if she was playing with Rosé or what, but you can imagine I'm beside myself with her little cone and hoping she's not too uncomfortable. All right, so we have this pretty look coming together. We're going to go right into our lips. Now, I could do a nude, which would be totally typical, right? Like, let's not do a nude. Let's do a coral color. Beach House is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go in with Darling. You can go in with Tango or a coral lip liner, whatever lip liner you have that's in that family. I'm going to, this is just not as coral. It's going to give you, it's just going to be, I'm just going to do it slightly of this outline. I don't want too much. It's more of a pinkier lip liner, but that's all right because I want something that defines my lip. I do not want to have brown or anything in that family. Going in with Beach House, that's going to really complement this look. This is really, really beautiful. The red nails probably could be a neutral, but it could clash a little bit, so don't get distracted by that. Going in with the 712 from Chanel. This is a little golden topper. And we have a little bit of a different look than we normally do. Let's go into hair. Hair is down. It is definitely needing to be washed. So I found this really great little device on Amazon. It is a mister for your hair. So it gives you this fine mist. Do you see that? This is like the best thing I ever found. You know, I spent all this time squirting my hair with like a water squirter, whatever that's called. And it was awful because it was like everywhere. This is a nice fine mist. Look how much it totally soaks the hair, which is perfect. So I want to do a slick back look with this. And the way I'm going to get that is I'm going to just wet it. I'm going to slick it back, and I could slick it back and be down. The reason why I kept the curlers in it is that I really still wanted that volume. But again, my hair is short, so it doesn't really go back unless it's wet. So I like this look. I'm going to just put a little rubber band in the back like so, and then I'm going to spray it up. So I like to spray it as much as possible when it's wet because then it really just hardens and forms. And with short hair, I have to do that to keep it back. So you can see this little guy's coming out. I might stick a little pin back up in there. But this is just a really beautiful look. Spring, summer, get outside of your box, figure out why your eyeshadow is not working for you with all of the different tips that I've shown you, whether it's the colors, whether it's that it's too old, whether that it's basically you're using the same thing you've used for 30 years. It's time to change. It's time to explore the entire makeup color realm. And really, you know, I just love when you find a palette that you think that you could never wear, or you're too afraid to try it, or you're just not sure how to use it. Follow my techniques, follow the way that I tell you, and you can use any eyeshadow palette, ladies. You do not have to use mine. I say that a lot in my videos. I want you to really know the techniques. This is the whole point of my channel, is so you can apply them to whatever you have at home, or if you wanted to supplement with something new, you wanted to buy something on Sephora, or you wanted to buy something on my website, that is great, but you can utilize what you have at home and really figure out what you're doing wrong. Maybe it's the application technique, or, you know, if it is something new, it's such a great feeling to buy something for yourself and to apply it and just to feel good. And that is the whole reason why we do makeup, is to feel good, to feel beautiful, to show up for ourselves, and to try things that are different and new. So I'm gonna change into my outfit, and ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.
They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it.